set your phone down, push the play button, and treat it like a podcast. Put in some headphones. This video is a very good topical video, unless you just like watching our faces talk. I don't know what else to say about that, but yeah, here we go. I'm being followed. Why are you following me? You're probably tired of me talking. So, yes, I've seen you say things. A few of you out there. Today, it's Stacy's turn to talk. I'm talked out. Stacy always has great insights on things.
I wouldn't say always.
Stacy has great insight on things sometimes. And I think now is the time. More than I do. Maybe this will help somebody out there.
We're coming up on the end of the second week of middle school for Braylee, and something that we've been talking about a little bit on and off with each other, just casual conversations through.
You have something to say? What do you have to say, Mac?
These are chatterbox. We've been talking about it on and off through the summertime about just how things are changing developmentally. You know, she's in middle school now, and that puts her in that preteen age, and how relationships, how they look changes as they get older. So a lot of Braylee's interactions with her peers are more physical. She likes to snuggle. She likes more playing, I feel like. Now that she is in middle school, I feel like we've noticed a lot of her same-aged peers are socializing in a way that is more communication-based than physical interactions. And so it's been a little bit harder for Braylee to make new friends or maintain friendships with people who are her age or older maybe compared to those who are younger. So like, for example, their outdoor times, recess, I don't feel, well, they don't have playgrounds, for example, in middle school. And so while Braylee would like to swing with her friends or play rocks with her friends or just that sort of stuff, that isn't really how she can interact in middle school. And a lot of middle schoolers, if I'm remembering correctly from my experience too, is that a lot of their socialization is just communicating, you know, they're talking, they're gossiping, they're, you know, that's how they interact a lot more. And so sometimes it feels like Braylee can get left on the wayside with that, clearly because her communication skills are not where her peers are. That's hard, but you know, as always, good friends, good people will find their way no matter what. But it's just a change, and it's hard to see the difference because Braylee wants friends so much, and yes, she has friends, but I don't know, sometimes things change, and then change is hard, and maybe her friendships are going to be looking differently as well. And historically, it's just been so crazy to watch it change, and she flourished and she seeks people out. She wants friendships. And now that friendships, the dynamics of them are changing, it'll be interesting to see how that continues for Braylee. You know, we went from having a kid who didn't even want to parallel play. Do you remember that?
Yes.
When she was a preschooler, and obviously younger too, but from preschool age and even kindergarten up through, like you said, when we moved to this house, Braylee didn't really want friends. At least it didn't seem like it. You know, especially in the really younger years, Braylee would have kids in preschool class and stuff, her peers come up and try to parallel play with her, and she would literally leave to go to the other side of a room and do something else if somebody tried to sit and play next to her. So she's come a really, really long way. And I don't think that social wise that it's us necessarily pushing her, because you have to want to be social, I feel like. And some people are just naturally more introverted. If that's you or your kid, I think that that's okay to bear in mind too. Not everybody is going to be extroverted and want a ton of connections and friendships. Sometimes it's quality over quantity. Everybody socializes differently.
Social stuff is, I don't know.
It's complex.
I feel like Braylee wants a lot of friends, and it's really, really hard not only to make friends but to keep friends.
Her same age peers right now, you have to consider too, they don't have that much in common.
A good thing is a lot
Just
of them,
stuff
a
like
lot of
that.
her friends still like slime.
Yeah.
They have that in common.
It's sensory play.
Sensory play.
Yeah. Activities like roller skating, swimming, bowling, that sort of stuff.
Her friends are really getting into like TikTok video stuff.
Yeah.
And they know that Braylee she's on videos.
Yeah, so they can watch.
So they can watch and they can learn about her. And I think that helps facilitate, because we've heard stories of her friends watching her videos to learn more about her, and it's been helpful.
Or to see stuff that they did together too. You
Yeah.
know, like when we have outings with our friends, they like to rewatch it.
Yes, and that has been like, it's been helping with facilitating friendships, and like especially details that her friends may not get
in the
moment, but hearing us talk about it and stuff like that, it does make a difference. I've noticed. Not saying that everybody needs to go make videos and stuff, but just talking, like having open communication with Braylee's friends is important. And I know that we're not great at it. We're just good at talking to a video camera, which makes it helpful. I'm an introverted person, and I'm not good with friendships and stuff like that.
In person, David's so quiet. Like,
I'm a very awkward person.
yeah, when we hang out with our friends, David doesn't talk a lot. You know, they're into different things right now than she is, and that's okay. I'm not gonna make Braylee grow up or say she's too old to like XYZ, you know. But it just makes it harder to relate to people, you know? Like David likes things that I don't know anything about, and we can't relate all the time.
Stacy, wow. Stacy does not like card collecting.
I don't hate it.
I didn't say you don't hate it. I said you don't like it. That's a good conversation. If you have anything to say about that, feel free to talk about it too, because consider this a conversation starter around kids like Braylee, or around people with disabilities and stuff like that. How sometimes friendships, inclusion into friendships and stuff like that, sometimes I need a little bit of facilitation.
And adjustments too, because things do change.
Yeah. Example: if me and Stacy don't put ourselves out there, Braylee's not gonna find friends, because we need to. Braylee's not gonna go to people in school and be like, "Hey, let's go do this. This sounds fun. Are you interested in this? Do you like doing this?
Outside of school?
Yeah. Do you want to hang out with me?" No, it's
a lot of me putting myself out.
Yeah. Stacy does it way more than I do, because I really don't do it, but it does put it on us to make sure that we're facilitating Braylee's friendships, because if we don't, then they're simply going to be a lot harder to happen. Although not impossible, because one of Braylee's longest friends that we talked about earlier, that friendship developed without any facilitation. In school. Well, I'm saying in school, their friendship developed without any facilitation. Their interactions and stuff like that. Yes, Stacy reached out to Emma's mom,
so we could spend time outside.
Of school, but the friendship was already developed. Is what I'm trying to say. So it is possible, but still, it just means that we, as Braylee's parents, need to. If Braylee wants to be social, it is our job to make sure that we make that happen for her.
I think a lot of people are isolated and they don't have the relationships or friendships for themselves or their kids that they want. And I think it's important that we also seek them out. It's hard to connect, and sometimes you have to put yourself out there for your kids to be like, hey, let's change this. Let's make some friends, you know, find people that have similar interests.
So everybody, thank Stacy for starting that conversation with us and getting some good insights out there in the world. Giving a little shout out to Stacy. David here is the video guy I'm the vlogger, I'm the video creator. Stacy's not into that. Like we were talking about hobbies. That's my hobby. That's what I like doing. I enjoy making videos. Stacy's not so much to it, so it's always a treat to have Stacy on here, giving you a little bit of insight from the Braylee mom perspective of things, you know? So shout out, Stacy. Shout out.